inside America's most racist town. So we know what town this is. I forgot the name. I've seen the KKK part of this, but I've never seen the locals of that town. Are they actually racist or not? Let's take a look at this though.
The only requirement to join the Klan is that you're white and you're a Christian. I pastor the church, but also I am national director of the Knights Party.
And Knights Party, that's interchangeable with the Ku
Buzzwords.
Klux Klan.
Correct.
Okay. And so what is your agenda?
Our whole agenda here is make America a spiritual Munich.
So your perspective on Hitler and the Nazis is positive?
Positive, yeah.
Sorry, what? Why am I surprised, by the way? I don't even know why am I surprised.
The Ku Klux Klan once claimed millions of members. They bombed children, assassinated activists, and shaped politics across the South. Today, its power has collapsed into this.
Wait, they was in power at one point. How are you telling me that there was people that voted for this? There's people that actively went, you know what? I want the Ku Klux Klan winning. Cheers.
Quiet compound hidden in the mountains of Arkansas. We went there to meet its leader, Tom Robb, and found a community scarred
Oh my God,
by
what was
its
that
Klan
gesture?
past.
Here you are, here in most racist town in Harrison, Arkansas, because that's what people said. Kind of wish that stigma would end.
People act like you go into Harrison and every single person is racist.
I promise
I
you it's
hope.
not as bad as it used to be.
Harrison is a nice community.
There's black people living in this community.
Harrison is a nice community, not because of the Klan. Harrison is a nice community because it's white.
Okay. Okay, buddy.
We started in Bentonville, at the edge of the Ozarks, where an Arkansas native told us this.
You don't have to go very far from here. I mean, there's communities in Arkansas that don't make contact with the outside world, okay?
People say one such place is Zinc, the mountain town where the Klan is based, and we set off for there.
It's
On the
really
way,
American, by
we
the way.
rose through the mountains and passed through Harrison,
Oh,
which is
please.
known as America's most racist town.
The most racist city in America. A stigma residents and leaders in the city of Harrison, Arkansas are aware of.
This white pride billboard is what greets you into the city.
Thomas Robb is the director of the Ku Klux Klan, which is sponsoring the billboard.
If you read a story about Harrison being the racist city, it's always that billboard that comes up. Now, we just got out to talk about it. However, a man sitting in his car here who was honking at us, telling us to leave, just shouted at us and said, "This is private property, get away from here." The other guy we asked about it, he said no comment, refused to talk. Not the friendliest people at this specific plot of land where they have the white pride sign up.
In Harrison, though, people were extremely friendly and sick of the label, which they said was the fault of the Klan being based 10 miles away.
Now, when Harrison, you Google it, and it's about the racism and this and that.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of stuff online about that.
But when you talk to people, I mean, that's not what you hear.
No.
Right?
No.
It's a great town, honestly. It's very safe. You'll get people here and there, but I think that's just wherever you go. A lot of people will welcome you in and cook you dinner. They don't care, like, where you come from or, you know, who you are, what you look like.
You got a
I
bad
feel like that's more of a thing about you, ladies and gentlemen, because you guys are both white. To be fair, there is a LGBTQ kind of type thing there, so I guess they're open to that one.
Whatever reason.
Why do you think it has a bad rap?
You hear stuff down in Zinc, you know, KKK stuff.
We even try and stay away from Zinc, like down in the town of Zinc. It's like,
People act like you go into
Okay.
Harrison and every single person is racist. For like widespread racism, I've never seen that.
do y'all like salsa? Peach jam for both of y'all. And then I have hot salsa and mild salsa.
Come to the most
They're pretty nice people though, this couple or
homemade
whatever they are.
salsa and peach jam. What friendly people.
Honestly, Harrison, love it here. I don't want to live anywhere else. There's a town called Zinc. That's where all the crap happened. Of course, when someone zooms in on a map, the first town they see is Harrison. So they're like, oh, we just put the blame there because it's a common town. I know everyone talks about that big old billboard on some guy's property. The city's been trying to take it down, but he's been taken to court for it. I don't even know what it says on it because I just don't care. I don't pay attention to it. He wants to be a nuisance and be a problem. Let him keep doing that. We wish the best for him, I guess.
People
They're just
seem
gonna
pretty
find
chill
people
here though.
everywhere.
Rather than a racist town, what emerged in Harrison was a picture of a peaceful, growing place with an undeserved reputation.
We're trying to understand if Harrison's actually, you know, everyone says it's a racist city. So
it used to be, yes. I left in 2013, come back in 2020. It was a completely different town. They were still rallying down at the old come and go.
The KKK.
There's still Tom Robb and all
Okay.
them. There's so many actual black families here that it's quite crazy. My little sister, her husband's black. They're mixed kids. It was easy. I feel safe to raise my girls My girls are mixed. It's still around, you know.
Okay.
It's just definitely not as bad as it was.
When I first moved up here, I had problems. They were like, oh, we have a black kid in school for the first time. I don't know if that's good, blah, blah, blah. I had problems, people calling me nigger and all that, but I just moved on because it's just words.
I can't lie.
I don't get offended.
I can't lie. I feel like that happens in a lot of places though. It's not just that place. I'm not saying that's just a good thing, but it would happen in every fucking school. This happens everywhere, and I didn't even go to school in Harrison, of course. I kind of want to know like a young kid's experience there who's actively living there right now.
From now, I promise you, it's way different.
What's the presence of the Klan now? Tom Robb.
Disbanded. He's got mixed babies of his grandchildren, I do believe, of his own now.
Somebody in Harrison told us today that you have a mixed race grandchild.
Oh.
That's not true? What would you think if you did?
Well, I had disowned him.
That guy.
Oh, so I feel like he does have them, but he has just disowned that kid. You know what? It'd be your own people that don't trust in you sometimes. Prime example of your own family not trusting in your beliefs and in things. Keep going, buddy.
Passes away, a Grand Dragon, whatever, when he passes away, it may not be known for that. I don't see how the dang thing's still going on, to be honest with you. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I kind of wish that stigma would end. You're just used to it, and you can't do nothing about it. What are you going to do? But yeah, I don't care what color you are, I'll treat you the same. So, United States, they've always got to have a label for any place. You know, okay, Harrison's the most racist town in the whole country. You know, so people label something one thing, and there you go, history books. Here you are, you're the most racist town in Harrison, Arkansas, because that's what people said.
Okay.
Each conversation here came back to Tom Robb and the Klan's HQ in Zinc. So we got back on the road and headed deeper into the mountains. Now, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. Our mission at Roca News is this: capture the world without bias and fear. We travel all over, have conversations, and help people try to understand the reality of life in different places.
I like this guy so far, by the way. You know what? I'll subscribe. You got one more.
Subscribe if you want more of that. The Klan's location out here is a sign of its defeat. Formed after the Civil War to enforce Jim Crow and kick Northern troops out of the South, it terrorized people across the country throughout the 20th century with bombings, lynchings, and assassinations of voting rights activists and others. Then, its members faced justice while lawsuits bankrupted the organization. Today, it's a shell of itself, with the headquarters here in the woods around Zinc. A few miles away from there, we stopped and got directions from this man, who said he opposed the Klan, but that the group now minds its own business.
Really, since I've been out here, I've not seen any kind of hate. They've had their meetings and stuff, but it's always been civil. We all have our own rights to believe what we want, to decide how we feel. And how he feels isn't how I feel, and that's not how you feel. Zinc's just follow this down, you'll hit dirt, and it's just, I don't know where it's at down there. Like, I've never went looking for it. I just go down to the dirt, hang a left, and take Old Lead Hill Road, and I can pop out down the road from my mom and dad's.
So you go down that way, and then you get to the Klan HQ.
I have not a clue where it's at. Right. Never been, never decided to want to go.
America is so like, I know this is out of context, but like America is so big. There's so much empty land. You know what? Why am I even talking about this? ADHD.
Onto the dirt road and finally reached Zinc.
Right now we are driving down Broadway in Zinc, Arkansas. It ain't like the Broadway in New York.
We followed the dirt road through one of the most backwoods and remote communities we've ever seen in the U.S. Eventually, we reached an entrance to the Christian Revival Center, where we met Pastor Robb.
Thomas Robb.
Tom Robb.
National Director of the Ku Klux Klan.
KKK.
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
Tom leads both the KKK and an identitarian church, which teaches that white people are God's chosen ones and that racial separation is both natural and necessary.
In their mind, democracy is you get to do whatever you want. No, you will not transgender my child.
On the compound, there are bunks and other facilities for families to visit, a church and Klan meeting spaces.
Cabins up here. What are the cabins for? Well, we got men's over there and women's over here. We haven't built the trans cabin yet. You cannot find 60 years of my ministry one single time where I ever said I hated black people. Do you love your parents?
I love my
parents. Do you love more than my parents?
I love them more than your parents.
Yeah. So I love my people more.
The terror that the Klan caused on black people. I don't try to make your parents feel terror when they march through town.
Illegal aliens feel terror when ISIS comes to town. This is the publication that I put out for our church.
You're just like a chocolate chip cookie. The Death of Charlie Kirk.
I feel like I saw his interview with Nico Milana. Since then, he feels like a changed person. Maybe a PR thing. He was much more of like, what's the easy way of saying it? A racist. I'm not saying that he's a good guy now. Good guy, bad guy. But I don't know. A bit of a different guy now.
And then this is put out by the Knights Party.
Separate. So this is church pile.
Yeah.
And this is Klan pile. Why would we ever want more immigrants?
At first, Rob tried to bill himself as a mainstream conservative who was years ahead of the curve in opposing immigration and progressive policies.
We were living in Tucson. We did not want to raise our children in that atmosphere. So we decided to move out here to Arkansas. We moved here in '72 and been here ever since. We felt it was too close for what eventually became an illegal invasion. We're facing what really white genocide. You need to be involved with somebody somewhere. We think we're the best. We have a better agenda.
So what is your agenda?
Basically, we'd like to reclaim the same values. What were the values of our forefathers? What did they embrace? We have racial imbalance happening in this country. It's not the same country it was when I was growing up. And people say, well, things change. Well, yeah, they change, but this change was not done by a vote of the people. The American people didn't vote on changing our communities, changing our churches, changing our homes, changing our environment. All those things happened by the massive new immigrants that come to this country that altered what we foundationally were.
I think many...
Who's gonna tell bro that he's an immigrant as well? So I don't know what the fuck this, what is he talking about?
Many Americans feel the same exact way as you, as
Correct.
What you just described right there. That being said, they don't go and join the Klan.
I'm a preacher. I consider my activities in the Klan as part of my evangelism. Many people, even other organizations that espouse the same thing I'm saying, for the most part, they're ignored. So when I joined, I figured the best bang for the buck, because people do not ignore the Klan or the Klan name.
The Klan was synonymous with terror, terrorizing African Americans in the South through lynchings, through other actions. Correct? I mean,
they're only because the media was pushing that.
So you don't think in the...
No, not at all. So at any time there's a murder happens, a black guy gets murdered, KKK. How many Baptists commit crimes? How many Lutherans commit crimes? How many Catholics commit crimes? In fact, the whole mafia is supposed to have been Catholic.
Rob denies the Klan was violent, but that's not true. Among many examples, a Klansman admitted to shooting the NAACP field secretary Medgar Evers in his driveway in 1963 Mississippi. That same year, Klansmen planted a bomb in a Baptist church in Birmingham, Alabama, killing 4 young girls. In 1981, Klan members lynched a black man, leading to the lawsuit that eventually bankrupted the Klan. These are just a handful of the crimes committed by people in the name of the organization.
In your vision, where we have this society that's extremely multicultural, that's very, of all these different religions and atheists and this and that, what's the solution in terms of right now? What would you like to see?
Most of the migrants are on the East Coast and the border states, the East Coast, West Coast. White people migrating, moving to the heartland. That there's probably going to be somewhere in the future, there's going to be some people saying we need another constitutional convention and tell the federal government we have no part of you any longer, and establish an independent country.
So what do the Knights do now? When people picture the Klan, they picture the guys in the robes, burning a cross. Mm-hmm. Is that accurate?
It's a cross lighting, but that's okay.
Okay.
It's in fact symbol. Methodist Church uses the same kind of cross symbolism. The Presbyterian Church used that same symbolism also, and many other denominations.
So
burn a cross on fire.
Guys in white robes putting a cross on fire.
Yeah, and girls too.
And girls can be members of the Klan too.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so people in white robes getting together and setting a cross on fire.
So at least he's a feminist.
The public envisions as the Klan.
Yeah.
Is that still happening?
We have a cross lighted once a year at our national conference. But every time we get together, we don't put on robes.
So when you guys have meetings, what do you guys talk about? What do you do? What are you seeking to accomplish?
Bro, how are you denying this? How are you denying this when there's a picture of you doing that? What are you saying there? Hail America? When I said he seems different since the Nico Milana video, I take all those words back.
What do you do? What are you seeking to accomplish?
Well, basically evangelism. We do believe that we want people to reach out, white families. You have a right to be proud of who you are, right? Proud of your heritage, proud of your culture.
So the conversation that kept coming up in Harrison is this. We're a normal southern town, but the fact is, because we have the Klan nearby, and that's what we're known as. We're known as the Klan town, and they say, a lot of people put it on you. I guess what do you think about that?
It's kind of irritating. I think you'd be irritated too. You live in a community here, then somebody moves in from out of town, sets up a shop, and says, "Well, Tom Robb, welcome to Harrison." Well, I was here before you were. If it's so bad, why do you move here? Harrison is a nice community, not because of the Klan. Harrison is a nice community because it's white.
So obviously, most people who would hear your politics, they would say that you're racist. What do you think? What would you say to them?
Well, I would say, tell me what a racist is.
So I guess what someone would say you're a racist is if you think someone is inherently violent because they are born black. If they are inherently dumber, lower IQ, less capable because they're born black.
I do know that when we pulled law enforcement out of those black neighborhoods, they did become violent. When we took away white man's law.
Notice how he didn't say, no, I don't believe that. So you do. So you are, bro.
Order, then chaos entered into their communities.
As the conversation went on, Rob's more extreme views came out.
Where do Jewish people fit into this? Do you consider Jewish people white?
I don't know if they even consider themselves white. They promote liberal causes, they promote integration, they promote immigration. Overwhelming majority of Jews support causes that we, as Christians, we would be opposed to. And it's the same reason why
Bro,
because they're doing the same thing.
Constant thing about immigrations. The thing is, I'm so pissed and I've never immigrated to any country. I don't live in the West. But this is fucking stupid. You are an immigrant as well. The immigrant that he's talking about is the person who came into the thing because of the rules and laws. You are someone who came into the country because you just attacked the Native Americans.
But our whole agenda here is make America what we call a spiritual Munich. Immorality was rampant through Germany. They even had furries, they had transvestites. Munich was the first city in Germany that was rescued from that immorality. The National Social German Workers' Party established their foothold in Munich.
So your perspective on Hitler and the Nazis is positive?
Positive, yeah.
And do you believe there's a higher and a lower class of man? Certainly the Nazis believe that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And who belongs to the higher classes? Who belongs to...
I'm not going down that route.
Oh, so you do believe in what we just said?
The Holocaust, if it actually happened as people said, then you essentially said that's not okay. If it happened as most people believe.
Correct.
Whereas you don't believe it happened like that, so it's a different story. Okay. But certainly there are many people who do believe it happened as is said and support that because they do not, because of their perceptions about Jews, minorities, and the like.
It's unfortunate. Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think they lose the propaganda war for one right off the bat. You know, nobody's going to support you if they think you're a hater.
As we drove away from Klan HQ, I thought about the people in Harrison. Here was Pastor Tom Robb saying that he was fighting to help the white race, while the only visible impact we could see was that he had burdened his community with having to live in a place known as America's most racist town.
Yeah, I feel like he has just made it worse for his own people at this point. You know what I mean? Like, if I was a white person living in that town, I feel ashamed. Now I realize the town is not the most racist town in the world, but it is the home to the most racist person. That one person alone is like boosting the algorithm, putting the numbers up.